Hey guys, so I'm going to make this one, I don't know, quick, maybe just a slight uniformed rant. I don't have 5 things for you, I guess is what I'm trying to communicate. I don't have 5 things, but I do have some things worth talking about. So the last 10 days for me have been I, I don't want to say traumatic, but they have been reminders of trauma that I don't want to deal with. I'm very transparent. My trauma stems from my immediate family and connections, and then kind of branch out from there. And I don't know why, outside of hurt people. And I don't want to be a hurt person who's hurting anyone anymore. It's a cognitive decision that you have to make. There are people immediately close to me by blood who don't get it, who just don't get that. So the last 10 days have been filled with a lot of just bull snickety that I cannot deal with anymore. So, in these last 10 days, I've dealt with some emotional and physical aggression, I'll say. It's aggressive when people are kind of like literally screaming in your face. It's aggressive when people are like punching and throwing things around you instead of just using your words to communicate. Those are the type of things that I've experienced amongst an array of other stuff, right? It's aggressive also when people just feel like they can just touch you. Maybe not hitting, but just any form of touching you, especially when they are riled up or in not a pleasant mood. It's like, yo, I don't want you to touch me at all. For me, I've noticed that there's a pattern. And this is just my story. I can't at first say that this is somebody else's story. However, what I'm realizing is when I tell my story, some people go, yeah, that happens to me too. This type of trauma comes in waves, and it's a circular type of thing. I can almost like put my finger in the air, throw up a blade of grass, and know when it's coming. I always argue that's because the people who are bringing it haven't dealt with themselves enough. And I can't make you. You know what I mean? You can't make somebody deal with themselves or their shit. What you can do, though, is let them know that you ain't. And so these last 10 days, I've been literally walking around defending my fight to be healthy. And that just seems ridiculous to have to do. That's like an alcoholic being like, yeah, I don't want to drink alcohol no more. And everybody around them is like, just have a glass of wine. It's only wine. It's made from grapes. Bitch, it's alcohol. I don't want to drink anymore. Yeah, it's been that. It made me realize that I have to respect the fact that I am healing and I am a work in progress. And that ain't got shit to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with anybody else. It's the first point. But then the second point it made me realize is that there will be people who will hide it or mimic it or act like they on the same thing. But when push comes to shove, right? And I now finally get that a little bit more. But when push comes to shove, their true colors will always come out. I have a lot of narcissists around me. And it's like someone told me, or I did a spiritual reading, and they was like, you're going to attract a lot of narcissists because you have this light. You're giving, you're loving. And I'm like, I don't believe that. Sometimes I question if I, too, am a narcissist. But the narcissists around me hate it when I tell them no, or hate it when I don't care, or hate it when I call them out on their BS. care. I no longer support things that are unsupportable. Like, you want to live in quicksand and expect me to want to go to that desert with you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I'm not doing that. The worst is when there's one person in particular who kind of has their little fingers in a lot of different pots. And because I'm like, nope, I'm out of it. Like, I don't want to engage with this person anymore. Everybody in all these different pots want to keep telling me how wrong I am. I guess the message of today is it's not wrong to protect and love yourself, no matter who you got to cut off to do so. Last night, or at least the last 2 days, kind of brought all of this to a head for me. An explosion in my life happened. An explosion versus an implosion. An explosion happened in my life, and so I had to run to some safe ground to kind of keep myself safe. And so in this safe ground, which is a part of my new life, as I call it, I've realized that my new life has those pieces of peace and calm and like happiness that I'm looking for, and that I am creating those things. And I do have more balanced and safe and like real relationships that I can hold on to moving forward, and that's not a bad thing, and that's not it's not something that makes me more or less than anyone else. It just makes me a whole human, right? So I had that experience, and I was like, dang, I'm happy to see that I'm creating that type of space for happiness to come in my life. And then I came back to my, I guess, everyday sagas, and I realized that it's full of distractions and destruction and just a lot of shit that I don't like. And it made me kind of realize that it's okay to walk away no matter who you're walking away from. And I know I've been saying this a while, but I think as I laid down to sleep last night, kind of with the culmination of all of this coming to a final end or resolute in my head, I kept hearing Maya Angelou in my head say, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. And I believe. So, yeah, don't have 5 things, sorry. This is definitely just a PC way to get some things off my chest. But healing ain't easy, bruh. It ain't. It ain't. So, as usual, I leave you guys with a lot of light. Cause, sheesh. You gotta see it. You gotta see it before it hits you in the face. I leave you guys with a lot of life. Cause life is what you make it. And I'm trying to make it the best that I can. And hopefully you'll come along with me. But more importantly, and definitely more certainly, I leave you guys with a lot of love. Because all of the love that you have been giving to me through all of this crap, I definitely give back to you guys tenfold over. I love you.